Ramin wants to tackle really thoughtful issues that he's impassioned about, as a documentarian would. And so that's really exciting. And he's worked a lot improvising, from what I understand from him of his previous films, to really give a space to the actors and see what happens given the circumstance. With the extraordinary Bobby Bukowski as our cinematographer, they really, he and Ramin and the crew wanted to set up an opportunity to capture all of it while it happened in live time. And regardless of how you work as an actor or anything you could ever imagine, when you're inside a space where you've planted things you care deeply about and you've made home, and a young child is witness to this, and cops who are very threatening potentially, and armed come in and give you 2 minutes to pack up your entire life, it's palpable what that must be like. I mean, it's unimaginable, and yet you feel a bit of it just being in the circumstance of trying to tell that story. And so it was very alive with what we have learned and documentary footage we've seen of evictions throughout this country, but particularly in Florida. The mere fact that people are given 2 minutes to pack up their lives and their stuff is thrown out on the lawn and broken, and you have only a few hours to claim it or it's going to be stolen from other people. You have nowhere to go. And this concept of cash for keys, which is dealt with in the film a lot, where maybe you're going to get a few $1,000s in order to turn the home over, and we all know how maybe that's going to get you through a few weeks, but then how do you get an attorney to try to fight with an appeal for your home? It's such a devastating loophole to get caught in and trapped in. And there are a lot of lies, and that people were wrongfully kicked out of their homes. It's not just people who could no longer pay the rent. That isn't the only story. So that alone was really devastating to learn about. Rick Carver's a lot of people. I mean, I can't speak for Ramin, but I think for anybody who sees the film, Rick Carver is, a symbol for this bank crisis. Rick Carver is a lot of labels of banks and people that worked for them that we learned about. Rick Carver is real estate greed. Rick Carver is, the essence of narcissism or politics in this country, where, you're considering what's best to protect your own and not thinking about other people and how your choices impact them. So it's, for Mike Shannon, who's such an amazing actor, it's you can't play a symbol. And that's why, he's so great, is he plays a guy who's just trying to get by because, as he says, somebody else is going to do it. So it might as well be him. Are you going to lay down with the devil is really the question, to save yourself and or lose your soul by doing it. So I think, the film asks a lot of questions, and not that there are answers. And that's what I like about how the film was made, and I think everybody involved. I think we all knew that there's no judgment or answers here, because it's a devastating problem that shouldn't exist. We should all be able to get by just fine in this country. But if everything's taken from you and, the people you love the most are suffering, what are you willing to do to save them? And most people, just about anything. I love being part of films that drive me, that make me want to learn more, that scare me. I wanted to come and be part of this truly to to tell this story because I thought I understood what had happened and I didn't. And I felt embarrassed to be that naive after watching the stories on the news of what it means to lose your home in America, and how you will likely never have an opportunity to find your way back to one. That story had to be told, and if I could participate, then I was along for the ride. And just learning about it is, it so steals your breath from you. The horror of it and the curiosity, which is very Shakespearean, of, you know, how far a man is willing to lose his soul to save himself or his loved ones. So, you know, there's no more entertaining or terrifying story than the story about the loss of ourselves. Andrew brings everything to everything. He'll never not bring everything to every experience, to every exploration, to every opportunity to help other people. He's so fiercely committed as a human. I just, you know, worship him. I really do. I'm amazed by who he is as an actor and a man, and I learned so much working with him, and it's the first time in my career that I've worked or I've been with an actor where we work very similarly in some ways, and we've shared a teacher even for a number of years, and so that was just an amazing gift into trying to understand these people and what they walk through.